morning, everyone. Thank you for coming. My name is Arjun Saksena, and I'm the founder and CEO of Humanic. And I also run this community, which is the AI marketing community. We've done many, many events in the last couple of years here at Notion, at the Digital Garage, at the Hanwha Center, and everything else. And we built up quite a bit of community. We also have a very strong online presence on our YouTube channel. The AI Marketing Summit is hosted by us and our sponsors, as well as the AI user groups. This is one of the places in the city that has the best setup for live streaming and recording, so that's why we prefer doing events here. One of the themes about the AI Marketing Summit is that every marketing leader is facing a challenge to scale growth without significantly increasing spend. There are many, many tools, many ways in which you can build stuff. And if you are a buyer and enterprise person, that's what you want to do. And when we think about AI and marketing, what do we mean by that? So in talking to almost everybody, everything that used to be agency work or bespoke work has now become products. This is how we think about it. So in the first line, you see no-code AI workflows, which is a new category that has come up in the last few years. Earlier, it was internal teams or outsourced to agencies. There are many tools like Zapier, N8N, AirOps, and there are many flavors to all of these tools that are becoming very prevalent. Then traditionally, marketing orchestration, like Marketo, which is 20 years old now, used to be the thing that you would use for email marketing campaigns and everything else. And a lot of these things were so complex that you needed agencies or big internal teams to be able to do that. And now many new self-service AI native tools have come up. Iterable, Sam is going to be talking now, has come up with a new platform called Nova, which is all AI native. There is Resend, there is us at Humanic. AI data intelligence used to be something done by internal teams. Now there are many tools that are helping you make sense of that. AMP, which is one of our sponsors here, that are doing that in scale. They're going to present Amoeba, which is doing neuro-symbolic AI to extract data. And even here in AI and data intelligence, there are many flavors. Some of the tools are marketing focused. Some of the things are sales focused, like enrichment. So Clay does a lot of enrichment, and they're obviously a big name. Apollo does a lot of enrichment and campaigns. So many things that used to be extracting information from either first-party data or third-party data used to be bespoke work. And now there are tools that allow you as a marketer to make use of that first-party data or third-party data and a combination with workflows. The other big thing that used to be outsourced to agencies is SEO, and has been forever. There are some traditional tools like Ahrefs and SEMrush. But now with the AI workflows, the no-code workflows, AirOps is a big player in this space. They're going to be presenting about what is changing in the AI SEO world. Website creation, obviously people used to spend weeks, hours, months, and now there are tools like Lovable, Bolt, Relume, and many others that are building this. And then finally, content creation. Content creation has been completely revolutionized by AI. And very broadly, there are three flavors. There is text, there is video, and there is images. You can do all kinds of permutations. You can go from text to video, video to text. There is Descript. There is obviously the big players like Figma, and Gamma is going to be presenting tomorrow. Descript is a big thing, and then Writer is a pretty major player in AI content generation. So when we think of AI marketing, this is the universe of companies, workflows, people that we think of. There are many events for AI and developers, like how to build stuff, and then there is many things around AI and go-to-market revenue. But we are focused exclusively on this universe, AI and marketing. This is our focus, and we focus on 4 types of things, which we call the AI marketing diamond. And talking to so many founders, builders, CMOs, everything else, what we've come up with is what we call the AI marketing diamond. So the Fortune 500 companies at the top, they are using internal teams to use tools like, obviously, Anthropic and MCP servers and no-code workflows to build bespoke workflows for themselves. These companies have very unique situations, and they are using this to build it out. There are the existing marketing vendors that are putting a layer of AI on top of their existing tools. And there's a whole slew of AI native tools that have come out in the market. And the fourth corner, by no means a smaller corner, are the AI agencies. So agencies that used to do traditional work are now not only using AI, but they're also becoming partners to some of these AI native and these existing market vendors. So the amount of spend that the Fortune 500 have is 80% of all spend. So if you're building an AI native tool or even an agency, and if you don't have a significant portion of enterprise revenue, then it's going to be tough building a business. So understanding what the Fortune 500 are doing, what things they are going to do in-house and what they are going to outsource is a key focus for our community here. And our keynote speaker, Sam Allen, who has a great background at Salesforce and now CEO of Iterable, is going to talk about how to sell into the enterprise. And we've got a pitch to the CMO session later in the day, which is all focused on how do you sell, not how do you build, because building is pretty straightforward these days. It's about how do you sell, how do you build a brand is extremely important to get significant market share. And the other thing that going forward, you had teams of single, smaller, one-person teams, or internal teams. Like I used to work at Adobe, so I was head of growth for Photoshop and Illustrator before founding Humanic. And we had a huge team, and they probably still have a huge team at Adobe that sends out billions of emails a year to all of the millions of users that use Creative Cloud. And what the future, in my view, is going to look like is 3 to 5% smaller teams that are going to be using AI and agentic workflows to do much more. And the next market tier is going to look like the top 3 for generalists plus a bunch of agents. And this is a very high-level view of any digital business that you can think of. So if you think of any digital business, there is 3 or 4 swim lanes. There is acquisition, how do you get users? And this is typically a place where YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, LinkedIn dominate the space. They have all the algorithms, they have all the scale, they're vertically connected. So a lot of people spend a lot of money, and actually 80% of the money, or close to 80% of the time and money, is spent on how do you acquire customers. And then part of this is also your SEO situation, like how do you do organic traffic. So any business that you have, whether it's an e-commerce business, B2B business, B2C business, you would always spend a lot of effort in streamlining your acquisition. Then you have very generically a storefront or a website. So in the B2B case, it would be something like an app, but in the e-commerce, it would be agent. And the reason I call it storefront agent and not B2B, because San Francisco is like a B2B echo chamber. A lot of companies here are all B2B, but e-commerce is a much bigger opportunity, Shopify and everything else. So there's a whole bunch of things that are up for grabs on the retention, on the website building. So Lovable, for example, is now integrated with headless Shopify. So if you go to the Shopify store, you can use Lovable to build out a website for yourself. And then finally, there is the entire retention. So once you have people in, they are engaged. This is the classic growth. Like how do you do decisioning? How do you use first-party data? How do you do delivery to the right person at the right time, which has been an age-old challenge. And then another adjacent thing is the content. So all kinds of content needs to be created. There are workflows that are being created. There are fundamental tools like Writer and Descript, but there are also workflow tools that allow you to streamline the workflow for a marketing use case. And obviously, all of this is built on top of your LLMs, the OpenAI, Anthropic. I would say this is the LLM layer, but everything above this is like applied AI, which is our focus and everybody that we talk to. Finally, the last thing, and this is something I got from Gray Hedel at Iterable, is that one way to think about where AI fits, like AI doesn't do everything well, is whenever you need iteration, variation, and translation. AI works very well. So just something to keep in mind.
If you have a team and you want the team to be 10x what they are, you've got to send them to events. The best event to send them is AI Marketing Summit.